Good morning, this is Dustin with Orlando Painters. It is June 30th, 2015. We're here in Merritt Island on Sykes Creek Drive at the Birmingham residence, Jack and Bob Birmingham. They bought this house about 18 months ago, I guess it was, and they're kind of slowly but surely redoing a lot of the place. They actually have a painting company here right now. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know what. I was here a few days ago, and there was a couple guys here. I don't know what they were doing. They're some kind of painting. She said they've been here. They're only painting like the back of this house for right now, I guess. But as you can see, I'm not quite sure what's going on. They said the guys come here at about noon every day and leave at 2. So they work about 2 hours, and then the rain starts to form, so they have to leave. And they've been here for like 2 weeks now, she said, and that's what they've done. So I said, welcome to Brevard County when you're hiring contractors. Everybody's on beach time, I think, around here. So I'm based out of Orlando, right next to the Orlando International Airport. Our office and warehouse space is right there. So we're busy all the time. We get things done. So she hired me to come out here and do this boat dock. She said she didn't. She apologized for not calling me on this house, so she said she's going to let them finish up the back, and then she wants us to paint the entire house. So, but at any rate, we're here to do this boat dock today. I'm not concerned about the house right now. We'll get to that down the road. But like I said, I think she said that they bought this house about 18 months ago, and I came here and I looked at this boat dock, and what's on here is, you would think if they did the, see, now the problem is this dock was raw wood. So the person who sold the house, I guess they decided they wanted to try to make the dock look pretty. They should have left it alone and left it raw wood. But they put, now get this, Ace Hardware. I don't know if the name of the paint is Royal or something like that. And it's just a exterior flat house paint that they put on this boat dock. And it looks like they took some non-skid additive, which I'm sure they didn't buy non-skid additive. They probably took like sand or something and threw it in the paint. And so this whole dock's got this sand finish on it, and it's hard to tell from a camera, but it's really not uniform at all. There's like clumps of sand or whatever all over the place, and somebody rolled it on. It looks seriously straight up ridiculous. Paint's peeling all over the place. Mildew's formed on the dock just simply because it's just cheap house paint with no mildew sides or algicides in it at all. I mean, we went in the garage and we found exactly what this is. They labeled it deck and dock. There's a deck up on the second story of this house, and they used the same paint up there. So the contractor or whoever it was that did it went to Ace Hardware, bought the paint, house paint from Ace Hardware, and painted this boat dock and that deck up there, and then put a piece of tape across the top of the lid and labeled it deck/dock. So pretty ridiculous. The problem is with paint is it's not made for boat docks. Paint doesn't penetrate into wood and adhere. Paint lays on top of the surface, on top of the wood substrate, so it just begins to, after a very short period of time, it'll begin to peel. Now, if you wanted to do something like this and you wanted to a solid color like this, then you would use a solid color stain made for docks and decks. And what that does is, if you got a raw piece of wood and you use a solid color stain, stain actually penetrates into wood. It's kind of like non-film forming. It doesn't lay on top of the surface, so it penetrates into the wood, and that's where you get your adhesion from. So when you're walking all over this dock, you're not having any problems. I mean, paint's not meant to be walked on, but stain is. So, like I said, paint doesn't penetrate into wood and bite into it and grip and hold and adhere. Stain does. So you never take paint and stain, and paint your dock with it. You would actually use a solid color stain, which penetrates the wood. But we run into this garbage all the time, and it is what it is. So, but at any rate, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to go, they don't want peel and paint, so that's what they have right now. They got peel and paint on their posts, on their decking. It's not really bad because the dock wasn't done that long ago. If they leave it any longer, you're going to have peeling problems all over. It's just like the dock next door. It's about the same exact color. I think they were trying to match the neighbors. They put I talk about this a lot lately in some of my videos, but they put the bare deck over on that dock over there. And like I said, if you watch my last video, the last couple videos that I posted about the boat docks, I talk about the deck over stuff. Well, I don't want to go over in the person's yard because I don't want to get shot, but that dock is peeling all over the place too. And that's the bare deck over, that's peeling all over the place. And then this dock here, the homeowner put, the Ace Hardware flat house paint on this, and it's peeling as well. So these products are not meant for boat docks. End of story, period. This is not just freshwater, this is saltwater as well. So this has no saltwater protection whatsoever, especially, house paint. Flat exterior, cheap house paint. Like, wow. Mikey, is that shooting out cleaner when it's not running? I think it will for a moment, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna continue to do that, I don't think. So anyway, what we're doing here, I'm trying to kind of stay away from my process showing, because I don't really like talking about my process unless I have a signed contract with you. But what we're trying to do is, a lot of times when you're staying in a dock, it's gonna, or painting anything, it's only as good as the first job that was done, because that's the actual product that's, the first product on the actual substrate itself. Well, the actual first product on this substrate is this cheap house paint. So what I need to try to do is, I'm not going to strip it off. You'd have to use a real sophisticated stain stripper that's not eco-friendly to get this paint off. I'm not doing that. It's against the law to do that on our Florida waterways. I will not do it. So I'm not going to take some crazy stain strippers and stain all this, or strip all this stain or paint off this dock, and kill marine life and plants and get in all kinds of trouble with the EPA. It's not how we do business. So the only thing you can do now is use eco-friendly products. But what I'm trying to do is, I can't really talk about what products I'm using. They're all eco-friendly, of course. I can't talk about the process either. But what I'm trying to do is this paint is breathable, so it's not that difficult. It has open pores and it's vapor and water permeable, so I'm going to be able to break through this paint and open the pores up. What I'm trying to do is break through this paint, kind of open it up, so when we put our solid color stain on, it'll actually penetrate through what's on here right now, this paint, and into the wood and adhere and kind of eliminate any of these peeling problems that are here currently. So we're going to open up these pores. I'm going to get through this paint. It's going to open up the pores of the paint and of the wood, and we're going to stain this dock. They're going same color over same color, so it's a nice job, but at the same time we got to have proper adhesion, or they're going to have the same problem they have right now. You know, somebody uses, I don't know why somebody would do what they did, but they did. They probably thought they were doing the right thing, and they were painting the dock and making it look pretty, and when they sell the house they can probably get a few more bucks out of the house. So they don't realize that the problems that they cause. But it's not his problem anymore. He sold the house already. So we're gonna get this nice and cleaned up and get all the mildew off this dock, break through this paint, open up the pores of the wood, and then stain. This dock will look beautiful when we're done. I'll show you, I'll make another video of our final product so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You might have to use that. You get the other stuff for that? These posts?
Yeah, he's doing it right now.
The eco-friendly?
Yeah.
Not the same stuff as this?
Right.
Okay, good, good, good. A lot of mildew on there. Well, here it is. So, did they clean that and everything, Mikey?
Huh?
It all get cleaned?
It didn't
The
spray.
sink and all that?
Didn't spray any cleaner on there. We're gonna wash it.
Again, this is Dustin with Orlando Painters. www.orlandopainters.net. Thank you and have a wonderful day.